All right, it says I'm live now. I don't know why this keeps happening. That time I definitely was just over here drawing. I mean, I have no idea how long I was just going on and on about the Fantastic Four for God knows how long. For God knows how long. And it always happens when I'm like just going on a weird little tirade about something, and then I happen to glance up and it's just like, huh, that button shouldn't be red. It should be green. But it's red. That means I'm not live streaming anymore. Oh no. I just said all of those words to nobody for God knows how long. Again, not that they're important words. I was just going on and on about the Fantastic Four. But we're back. But we're back. Stream is live and loaded up. Gonna draw some things until it's time to sup. Make supper or eat something there. Eat it here, eat it everywhere. Get some food, eat it in my car. Be some kind of food eating star. Marcos Fernandez, we are back. Ianto. Ianto. Hi. Fly high on YouTube, damn. Streamlabs on top for real fam. Revive the tungsten, it's heavy as it gets. Let's draw pictures and not forget. That's what I'm here to do, I'm not supposed to waste time making up words and coming up with stupid rhymes. I don't know why I do it, but I can't stop. The silence will wash me away like a mop. Oh. And that's why I shouldn't sit and make rhyme, because eventually they fall apart in due time, and I'm always making the same words go together, and it is a turd. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. A flying crab with a blue face smiling. A flying crab with a blue face smiling. A flying crab with a blue face smiling. Blue face smiling. I'm just tiling. The words that I see repeated on the screen, I realize it's reference to a moat that I can't stream. I don't know why. But sometimes emotes come up and I can see them. And other times, it's just a bunch of text. But I still receive them. Was I still live? Was I still live when I was making up the Corbin's Back song? Because Corbin's back. He's probably way too busy on his first day back to be floating around in stream. But I still wanted to have existed. And that's all. Isn't that what we all want? to have really existed, you know, not feel like you're just floating off to the side, waiting to feel like existing, being able to say, no, I did that today. I did this. This is what I did. Here are the things that have been done. Yeah, I think that's doing what I'm thinking. And yeah, let's go no outlines. So I'll just make the nose a shape instead of a line, and then I'll color it in later. No. 6 is too many. Too many breathe holes. But anyway, yeah, since the stream went down and it came back up again, there is, or maybe, a new wave of people. But in the Twitch chat, it's exclamation point giveaway. And it'll take you over to the post on Twitter, where it's me and Kevin. It's the post from last Friday. That says, hey, suggest your idea for an emote. And I'll randomly pick some from that Twitter post. I'll draw them. And then sometime next week, Eric will post them for you to have. And yeah, why it's Twitter, or X, if you will, is so that we have a link, you know, and just a list basically of just like, this is where the requests came from, this is who they're going to. And you know, you can send messages and tag people. And that is all. That is all. Don't look at me like that, Kevin. Just making my judgments and making sure that you feel, you know, judged. That's all I'm really here for, Sarah. Just feel judged and work harder at being less judged. There's no... I make pictures and things for a living. There's no way. There's no way to not be judged. That's... So much of my day is just waiting for judgments to come for things that weren't my idea in the first place. It's like, hey, do this thing. Draw this idea that I just came up with, or whatever. Edit this together. Okay, do. All right, here's why I want this to be different. Like, it was your idea to begin with, so yeah. As soon as you know what you want, let me know. Instead of me doing a pile of work and then finding out, oh, that's what you really wanted? than what you got when they're your ideas. Sometimes it's crazy. Like, oh, you just needed any idea. It doesn't. But so often in the creative field of art mining, art from your own brain, so many people have a very specific idea in their head, but they don't know how to tell you about it. Nobody seems to understand, you know, doing a quick little sketch or a storyboard or a map of some kind. And then you just keep doing stuff again and again. Until they eventually see the idea that's in their head, but is not. Like, we always used to reference the old trim those sideburns. Because it would absolutely happen so often. Like, if they have a stream. We had this one day, I mean, it was a similar thing that kept coming up, but this is like working for a while. And not that I wasn't there for a while, I definitely didn't have, you know, a lot of the experts over two episodes or 3 episodes, or just all happen to be in the same episode. But, the army, hello. Do we have to explain, like, you know, the reflection, fan of Roblox, go away, but you said that name. So, I don't know, we just kept making it more visible, like more shiny, where it's like, this is a window, this is a mirror, how do we make this more clear? It's like the window like literally went up in a car window, and there was a shine. It's just like, have you never seen a reflection before? And then it came up again where it's like, oh, it's happening again. You guys are like, you got these like double characters or whatever. It's just like, we're putting in the extra time to put a reflection in a window because it's pertinent to the story for once. Normally, yeah, we just put a shine on the window. And, anyway. That's my tirade about how sometimes you're just like, I don't know, I can't see through somebody else's eyes. Karna Melissa Official. Hi, pink hand waving, face blue smiling. But yeah, exclamation point giveaway in the Twitch stream, or go to the Streamlabs, the at Streamlabs, at Streamlabs on X, on Twitter, and there's a post from last Friday of me and Kevin that's just like, hey, it's the art. I sift through those requests and, you know, basically pick things that I think I can. That's the story of the. And, you know, nobody even look away. You're beyond a. You're a straight animal. Maris Mystery. Oh, the music stopped. Streamlabs. I draw pictures. Apartment. Making Kevin's mostly. But now I kind of. And to find the end of the story that they don't know. And to find the end of the story that they don't know or they do, of where they're gonna go with Carmen Sandiego. Oh, that was a go and a go. I can't rhyme go and go. No problem, Ferguson. Try my best. Trying my best. That's all I'm doing out here. Making my way in the world today. Takes everything I've got. My name's Curtis or Mr. Cartoons. Sometimes people call me Scott. I mean, they don't. But it rhymed that way. Sometimes you gotta say some things that aren't good. But they rhyme. Stinky Banana A has followed Streamlabs Say for 4 years and 9 months and 10 days. Stinky Banana A? That means that's gotta be a Canadian banana, right? Stinky Bananas outside of Canada. Don't say A. Do you wear a bandana, though? I don't know. This isn't a great show. I'm just saying things while I draw. Helping time flow. Maybe it's working. 110%! Oh my god, you were born in Canada once and then 10% of another time. Here from Canada, don't ask again. I'm just waiting at Tim's for my friend. Gonna get some donuts and coffee, cause that's what people like more than toffee. More than toffee. Is this what I want? I swear the kid upstairs has not stopped running for months. 4 months. I can't remember the last time I mentioned it on this stream. So I used to complain about the people that lived there before these guys, which was still loud, but in a way where it was like, oh, it's only when the dad came home, or when the boyfriend, husband, whatever he is, he would come home and then just stomp across the floor every time. And it drove me crazy, and I was like, I can't wait for them to leave, and they were leaving, and I was like, this is gonna be awesome. And mostly because, you know, all of their stomps, all of their noises were always just hate-filled, and it made me so angry. The kid upstairs, it's impossible to get angry with, because it's just a happy little kid, literally just running around dancing. It doesn't, but then on the side, there are parks around, but no. It's always just run around inside day for that kid. The super told them, hey, by the way, there's a man that works downstairs. He works from home, so he's always here. Also, he doesn't like going places, so he's always here. He's afraid of the world, so he's always here. So could you not stand directly above whatever room he's in, however you know that all the time, and just keep stomping away? And they said yes. And every day. Starting anywhere from 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes just in the middle of the night, this kid is just like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do some laps. And I'm just like, don't people sit down? I can't wait to just sit down. And I sit down on my chair all day. When I get up from this chair and go to the next room, I'm like, oh, you know what I can't wait for? What are these warnings over here? I am getting some notifications of dropped frames. So, I don't know. I don't know why. I kind of give up on trying to care or understand how anything works to begin with, and let alone why it doesn't work sometimes. I reset my internet. I reset my computer. Yeah, I've optimized all of the settings. Everything should be perfect. But some dropped frames are much better than it crashing you completely, so that's right. I'm looking at you, Kevin. Let's do that instead. We stream all the time. Yeah, still getting some dropped frames. I don't know how to fix that. There's nothing I can do now. Except just hope. Cross my fingers and hope everything's fine and the internet isn't garbage. Anyway, let's add some shadows here so we can move on to the next one. What time is it? Lying in bed, just like Jason Voorhees did. Yeah. Lying in bed, just like Jason Voorhees did. Oh, yeah, yeah. Drove downtown in the rain, 9:30 on Friday night. It was the 13th and it was raining. Call him impulsive, call him intrusive, call him a zombie. He'll put let's go with Roy Bratton. Roy Bratton, 1, 2, 3, 4. Roy Bratton, Roy Bratton, showing up at your front door. I don't know what's wrong with me. Electricity. Apple G makes it a group. Apple C is a copy. Apple Shift V will paste it in place. Double click and make it thicker and drop it back in linear space. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's go with a 4. Dare I even say 5? Let's see what a 5 looks like. Boop. There we go. It's a nice little outline to help it pop. What's the code to the air shield? Is that Spaceballs? Are we referencing Spaceballs right now? Rick Moranis with a big old mask, gonna float through space and take you to task. Steal your air and take it away. This Death Star is a vacuuming lady. Itachi! Itachi, hi. How do you do? I'm all out of rhymes for you. Anyway, all right. I'll leave this on screen. And now I'm going to go to the list and see if I can click in this part of the screen without accidentally shutting down the stream, or maybe it's dying on its own. I don't know. I'm not smart enough. Vibe to the music while I scroll around. There's nothing new on the list. So yeah, like I said, if you're watching / listening on Twitch, ! giveaway should link you over to the giveaway post on X. And then, yeah, once you go over there, suggest your idea. Oh, you know what? I forgot the electricity. Anyway, I haven't finished this one. Oops. Oh, no. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Whew, everything's fine. All right, there we go. The electricity on another layer real quick. And then we'll do another one, which is either another cat or another ghost. I already forget. A little bit of electricity. Add a glow. Don't look at me like that, Kevin. It's your music. I am just vibing to it. Glow, and let's lighten this up. Zap. A little lighter. A little lighter. Zap, zap, and there we go. All right, back to the list. So yeah, it's at Streamlabs, but I'm gonna make you find the post yourself. But it's, yeah, last week's, hey, it's an ArtStream post. I say that as I can't find my way back to the post myself. after I screamed, what was it, 4 minutes ago? 2 minutes ago? I lost my mind. Yeah, it is the post from August 16th post. Can you believe we're already halfway through August, it says. That means it's basically spooky season. So it's time for your villain era. Emotes. Anyway, I found my way back. All right, so hey, it's Sweets. Again, because like I said as well, if you don't get your emotes, come back to the next post and request it again. and again and again, and just keep requesting it until you get it, or until you give up and accept the fact that it's something that I'm just not going to draw. All right, let's paste this here. All right, so a ghost eating all the candy. Okay, this is a list of several options that I can pick from. Ghost eating all the candy. Pumpkin throwing up its guts. Vampire having to drink diet blood. And now, can I? Nah, I'd rather make something up. Another one is Ursula. I'm like, I'm always afraid to draw Disney characters. I'm gonna get hunted down by Disney. I gotta go with the pukin' pumpkin, I think. 'Cause, alliteration. I'm kind of busy, Itachi, to go to YouTube channels right now. I'm both at my job doing my job work and also in the middle of a stream, this is two overlapping things that are technically the same. Puking pumpkin. Puking pumpkin. Alright. Start with some kind of circle. I don't want it to be a circle. Big old mouth. Now the problem here with being on camera while drawing is I naturally need to go and make weird puke faces in order to conjure the image of the puke face that I want. Even though I'm not going to look at myself in the camera when I do it, I just need to mostly figure out, like, are my eyes bulging out or am I closing them? Either way, disgusting thoughts to have and to say out loud. I concur. Say nicer things. Don't be weird and gross. I shouldn't have to say that out loud. You should just already be aware that being gross and weird is just not a good thing for camera, especially not during work hours, Sarah. All right, don't fire me. You need me, Kevin. You need me to exist. Oh, speaking of needing me to exist. Oh, man. I'm a monster. Not to be a narcissistic monster who's over here patting himself on the back with both hands, but I'm going to pat myself on the back with both hands. Basically how do I say this without giving away details that I should not be giving away? I did some work. I did a thing. Okay, yeah. Basically, it was like, hey, here's somebody else's character, somebody else's thing. Just, do this little animation with it. And I did. And in my head, fully honestly, I was just like, I just need this to be better than what they've done. Or I was just like, I just need mine to be just a little more, just cuter and adorable. I need to win at this imaginary challenge, this imaginary battle between me and nobody else but myself. But I was just like, this character is awesome and adorable. I have to make it more awesome and adorable than that over there, which wasn't bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It was like, I just needed to be, one notch above this. And then I get a DM from the people who do the thing. And they were like, hey, it's you. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. And I'm like, you did that thing. And I'm like, yeah, it was awesome. I'm like, yeah, well, you did such a good job. You're basically the best ever at doing this thing. And she just made it so adorable. And I'm like, that's just what I was trying to do. I was like, there's, definitely people that are way better than me at making things adorable. But in that, it was just like, oh, the vindication, like such a mission accomplished. Like, I knew that they liked it, but then it was like, hey. Now do you want to come do a job for us? And I'm more or less like, there's no time. I'd love to, honestly. But I already have all the things. To do. Itachi. I'm not gonna lie. I do like anime. I don't watch a lot of anime, or much at all. I don't know how many episodes of Attack on Titan that I watched, but I know I think I want to say I got like 4 or 5 seasons in. I have no idea how many seasons behind I am. But I'm enough behind that I'm like, whenever the last time I went to go start getting caught up, I was like, oh man. Also, I feel like, it takes so much reading that I'm like, no, I need to really sit down and take the time to process this. And I haven't gone back yet. But I know there's so many episodes that I haven't seen. Last week, I definitely started talking about One Punch Man and how much I love that. Can't wait for the next season. Milkman! We did this last week, or whatever the last time this was. I definitely can't read or hear the word Milkman without thinking about the Jake and Amir, Ben Schwartz Milkman song / sketch, video, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so far, day's going pretty good. It's already 3 o'clock. Only 2 hours left to the day. Hopefully all of the crunch time stuff that is popping. That's my time. Oh. You know what? Forget it. Let's just start cleaning it. I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. Oops. Mr. I want to say Higansty? Higansty. Mr. Higginsty. Reading is hard. I'm moving around. I'm not getting any drop frame notifications anymore, so I want to say it's smoothed out and working good. Now I've got fast internet. This isn't it's not an old computer, so it should be good. But I know that usually when this happens, if you're watching on Twitch, yeah, you're on Twitch. Usually, just opening and closing Twitch fixes it and resets it, or Twitch starts catching up. But I know that just today I saw somebody post, "Come on, Twitch! Come on! Quit freezing on me over here." Because I'm pretty quick to accuse myself of being the problem most of the time. Ooh. Scarlet Solace with the 12, almost a baker's dozen? A baker's dozen of refreshes. Is this playing the same song again? I really can't explain the insanity that's building up in my head as I can, like, the microphone doesn't pick it up at all, but I can feel the vibrations of the kids upstairs just running. They've just been running for so, like, it hasn't stopped since, like, literally, like, 6:30 this morning. Don't people get tired? I get so tired. Like, honestly, this is the level of nonsense in my head. If I thought for sure that this kid would just instantly love a Nintendo and sit down and just play Nintendo all the time if it suddenly had a Nintendo. Maybe there isn't a Nintendo up there. I don't know. But more or less, I'm like this kid is active and it should be encouraged. Be active. That's a good thing. But I'm this weird evil villain now in my head. That's just thinking, like, dare I just go spend $300, whatever a Switch is now, $400 on a Nintendo Switch, and just be like, here you go, neighbors. You don't know me, I don't know you. Occasionally when you hear somebody scream, just sit down, please sit down, or go outside, please, for the love of God, please, and then, a pan or shoes banging on the ceiling, that's me. Anyway, here's a Nintendo. Get obsessed with this and stop being an active child, please and thank you. Part of my brain is like, that's actually a good idea. The rest of my brain is like, no, that's not a good idea at all. I mean, it's an okay idea. I mean, my idea is still better, which is, put a knife underneath the stick and start poking at the ceiling until, people get the gist. Until people get the gist of that. No, stop. Your ideas are always too just awful and dangerous. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little bit evil. I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. I'm a cat. That's what we do. That's how we roll. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I noticed you got a new plant hanging out there. I'm going to go knock that over. Then spread the dirt around. Because, that's what I do. That cat is incorrigible beyond no measure. Again, just lock the door. Don't let him in here anymore. It's too hot. I gotta leave the door open and let the air flow through, or else I'll die in here. Every time I finish a thought, I hear those footsteps going clip clop. They never stop. So I put on my headphones and let the beats drop. But yes, I like cats. Tachi. I know what you're gonna say. You're just like vibing for almost upwards of a whole entire minute, Sarah. A pumpkin puking is not going to draw itself. It doesn't have the hands, and it's busy puking. Have you ever tried to draw a picture while you are vomiting profusely in an emotional fashion, Sarah? No, I haven't, and yes, I'm aware it can't. You can't animate yourself either. That would be great. That would be great if you could do that. Oh my god. Are there even any adults upstairs? Like, has this 3 to 4-year-old just been left on its own to run back and forth? Help it. The amount of times I've honestly gone over to the pawn shop that's just on the next street, literally like a 30-second walk away, and just looked at the wireless speakers that they've got there and thought, if I am going to get just a fat little wireless speaker to jam up to the ceiling to play a bunch of music at the neighbors in a purely vengeful act, I should just go to the... Damn it! Oh, no, I thought it disconnected. I was about to get so mad. I clearly got so mad, but I stopped myself right away. Oh. Frankie, I apologize. I yelled, damn it, right before your eyes, trying to draw some monstrous pumpkins that don't feel too good and their junk food is coming out their face. No, let's chop this line. There. Not a huge difference, and it doesn't matter, but slight adjustments were made that make me feel better. We need to do that, sorry, not you. I don't know. I don't know if you realize how out of sync, I want to say, my my attention span is. So I don't know what that was about. Everybody always says Naruto. It's always Naruto. Still don't even really know what Naruto's deal is other than that run. I think Naruto has powers. And they all have kind of at least Dragon Ball-ish powers with, you know, lightning and fire and whatnot. But mostly just the crazy kicks. Punches. But if you want me to draw a picture, Itachi, exclamation point giveaway in the Twitch chat, which will bring you over to the post that I mentioned before. Last week's drawing stream or art stream post, and put the requests, suggestions underneath that. And that way we have a way to send out the emotes to you and track down you and your request. They're all kept in a nice, somewhat tidy place. Drawing a pumpkin that's taken a puke. If this pumpkin had a name, it would be Duke. Played an instrument, it would be a uke. Strumming away. Eating a cuke? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Oops. I can't believe I'm already doing so much Halloween stuff. Halloween aisles are already coming out. Back to school is already back to schooling. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go a little wall-eyed. Have I taken a drink of water in the past, well, 2 hours, I guess? Hour and 20 minutes. Because I know I keep thinking about it. I keep glancing over at my water that's right there. But I keep refusing to take my hands off the shortcutting keys. forgetting something. Yeah, just pumpkin. No other details. Details, woohoo. Every day that I've been making details. Get this back on this screen. There we go. Everything's back in order. Blarg. That's the sound that this makes. Oops. Whoop. You got a pumpkin and it's filled with junk. Keep filling it up till it goes blah blah. Excuse me. Let's leave that a little bit thicker. Boop. And I think this one is the last thing on the request list for now. So I'm either gonna drift back to the week before that list if nothing else is there when I check it next. Let's go like this instead. There we go. Randomly picking colors. Boop. Scarlet Solace is drifting through the albums, pictures to find. I don't have a rhyme for albums. No crosshair boy, no crosshair boy. I'm taking aim with the power of the force and I'm hitting my targets with joy. Obi-Wan's in my head, saying it's cool, you won't be dead. Turn off your scope and go with hope and take out this Death Star of dread. No crosshair boy. Streaming with the Streamlabs joy. R.I.P. Ultra Master same. Everyone's using Streamlabs and they exclaim. And now I've just turned everyone off from using Streamlabs with that nonsense song. Anyway, back to drawing vomit. Oh, man. It's what I do. It's what we do. Content just keeps on contenting. There's no real rules. We're just making them all up as we go along. Unless you want to follow my rules, my way or the highway of Eternia, etc. And, I'm kind of like a pumpkin head except a skeleton. I feel like, I don't know, I should have chimed in a while ago on this whole pumpkin puking thing, but I don't know. I've been busy. Over here drinking and thinking, watching my stories, etc. He-Man. The Skeletor in the background doesn't actually match the Skeletor from the animation because it's two separate things. Ultra Master, what do you stream? Do you have crosshairs for this boy's meme? They don't have crosshairs. Shooty could poop. This puke is starting to look gross. Anyways, put some little shines and whatnot. Oh. And then, of course, Blaze Gaming back again. Setting fire to your gaming friends. Flame on, it's the way we go. Heading now to the Blaze Gaming show. Meow meow. Anyway, we got some puke happening. We gotta add some corn. Did I say that out loud? Gotta add some little bits of corn. Man walks down the street, says, why am I soft in the middle? Why am I soft when the rest of my life is so hard? Boop. Be a little bit brighter. A little bit brighter. Want the contrast to pop, not sink. Make it look good. And not stink. Blah. 3:30. 3:30. reached maximum saturation. Oh, it's Friday, and I can't wait for the week to end. All right, speaking of, hey, what you streaming? I don't stream my game playing and whatnot, but because I usually literally, I'll throw on Fortnite and I'll play 1, maybe 2 rounds. It's very rare I'll play it for hours. It's literally usually 20 minutes, maybe longer than that, but yeah, usually not very long. I just picked up the first Batman trilogy for the Switch, which definitely doesn't play as well as it does on a PlayStation. And even though I've got a PS3 still, and I've got still got those Batman games, and I've gotten too lazy that I'm like, I'm not switching between the Switch and the PlayStation. That's crazy. But why was I talking about this? Oh yes, Fortnite. Yeah, I don't stream it. Every once in a while, I'm like, ooh. Each new season, it's always something crazy, like whatever. Last season, when all the cars had guns, or you could put guns, and cow catchers or whatever, and bulletproof tires on the cars. I'm like, this is so fun. This is so fun. And it's like, yeah, technically it's kind of overpowered, but I was like, sometimes I drop in, I'm like, I'm not going to get a car. I'm going to try to take people out that are in cars while not being in a car, and I'm just going to run. I'm going to try to outrun the storm and whatever I have to do. And it's still doable. The balance is a little bit crazy, but it's still fun to also just be like, I'm just going to sit in the car. I'm just going to sit in this car. I'm going to keep fueling it up. I'm going to keep repairing the car. And I've got a grenade launcher or a crazy car machine gun. And I'm just going to take everybody out. And some days it is just like, oh, this is unstoppable. Nobody can stop me in a car with a bunch of guns on it. But then, you have people that know how to play Fortnite, definitely better than me, that are like, oh, no big deal. I'll just jump in your car while you're working the gun, and I'll drive you outside of the storm area. Or they jump into the passenger seat and start shooting you from the passenger seat, which is still awkward and doesn't always work, but I finally, I want to say, leveled up my game where I'm like, ooh, when somebody does take over my car, I do, jump up to the other side and take them out. Or I usually, if I am driving, I just drive us both into gas tanks and let them explode. And like, whatever happens, happens. Let's go from here. I just thought it was all very fun. But anyway, that leads me over to the new season, which I don't care about the jetpack. It's fine, I guess. But that Captain America shield is so awesome. Like, it's just so fun. I feel like it's like unstoppable. And I'm like, oh, if somebody's got a Captain America shield, I'm done. I can't get past them. It's unstoppable. But it's stoppable. You can still get them. I still managed to take out people who had shields just so I could, just so I could get the shield. That's all I do now is like I drop in and I just want to get the shield and run around with the shield. It's just so fun. And it might be too overpowered, but I don't care. Or I'm like, now this is a good Captain America game. And that's that's all I have to say about that, I guess. Good story, very informative, not boring and dumb at all. Not a waste of anybody's time. Finished adding shinies to that pumpkin and let's move on to the next thing. Scarlet Solace is over here posting pictures of a dog that need to be drawn. Ooh, hopefully it's not a difficult dog to draw. A difficult dog with all kinds of patterns. But you want to do it good, 'cause dogs really matter. I don't know what that means. I don't know why you keep saying that now. Because there's an ad? Are you just posting this while an ad is playing? Lose. It's an ad. Professor Lola. Professor Lola. And Urses? Urses. Irsais. I want to say Urses. I think Urses is correct. I think, don't, Kevin, I know I'm just guessing. Don't look at me like that. Well, hola. I hope you have a good time and enjoy the stream. I realize I talk too fast. Ooh. I can't remember enough words. No hable español, other than saying no hable español. All right, I'm going to say this one is done. I'm going to group, copy, paste. I'm going to put an outline around this as well. That might be too thick. It's actually pretty good. We go 3. FX Umez or Zoomez? Zoomez? Ellipticus! Friday with some glowing little guys. It's Friday with some stars in the skies. It's Friday and Ellipticus says hola, hola on the show. I gotta look at the list, see what the see what we're doing over here. Then a robot drops into the chat trying to sell viewers. Imagine that. But that stuff is a scam, man. I wouldn't trust it one bit, 'cause it's a big old toilet full of turdy turds. Why didn't you listen to me? All right, that's an adorable dog. Now I'm going to have to Google a banshee. Because my reference point is for a banshee is from X-Men. And when you Google banshee, you get a bunch of dude with a gun. All right, Banshee, pretty standard ghostly witch type character. Anyway, did I read that out loud? I'd love for this little monster to be turned into a Banshee. She has the best screams. Oh, dog screams are the worst. Oh, Ellipticus. Always get me. Always get me every time. Ellipticus, I wrote a letter to the President of Canada. Not a thing. About your noisy neighbors. I hope it helped. Oh, man. Yes. Yes, it did. Beats are dropping. Hip hopping. Gotta draw a dog. There's no stopping. Make it a Banshee so you can see that it screams real loud. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. My old dog that I used to have. I think I've talked about this on this stream before. He just hated, like, not having any, you know, if you just weren't paying attention to him, it drove him nuts. Just drove him absolutely crazy. Sort of, it's a while when it was like, oh, somebody's like movers are coming or something like that, or somebody's coming to pick something up, drop something off, where the dog is just not appropriate. So it's like, all right, we're just going to put you in the bedroom where you always want to go. It's not by any means torture, but we're going to close the door. And he would just start screaming, but in a way that sounded exactly like you've locked a small baby child in a room and it is screaming bloody murder, like it's tied to a saw-type torture device. And the amount of times, like, you know, we've had to be like, all right, well, like, it is just a dog. It's like, something like, do we need to call the authorities? Like, no, like, we'll show you the dog. I'm just saying, like, he's just going to run around and go crazy. He's still young and full of so much energy. Maybe I need to look at the dog. Can I drag and drop? Apple Shift 4. Do a screen grab, drag, and drop it over here. Have a good day with your friends and a great stream if you stream, and enjoy all the streams that you watch in between. And to follow the stuff that I make or draw, I usually just do Streamlabs stuff all the time. But maybe this weekend I will convince myself to get some kind of animation artwork done from my own face and head and hands. I always have lots of stuff. But yeah, at Mr. Cartoons on Instagram and YouTube for the stuff that I do. It's got this logo here and that name. That is all. Banshee dog, Banshee dog, Banshee dog. It just looks so happy and good. Hard to turn it into a monster. All right, let me go somewhat cartoony. So I'm once again not trying to convince myself to draw a dog portrait. And sadly, literally just last week, just last Monday, barely 14 days ago, my math is not good, that dog went to his last vet's appointment ever. So it was a real good, sad week. Real good, sad week. But he got all of the treats, I was told. He was just spent the last little bit just being extra snuggly and loved and loving. And just getting all the jars of peanut butter he wants. Having no idea that it's technically his reward for having horrific seizures, because he just thinks he's going to sleep and just like, that was quite the nap. Oh, awesome. I get a big jar of peanut butter and treats. Good job, me. I'm super good at going to sleep in the middle of the day, I guess, or whatever, wherever I just was. But it's always one of those things where it was like, you know, way back when I was part of this family that had the dog, you know, still best friends. He's still, you know, always, whether alive or dead, will always be my little puppy-faced boy. But it was, you know, to be the monster that I am, you know, one of the things was just like, this is why I didn't want to get a dog. This is why. I've already gone through so many pets in my life. I'm just like, I can't take it anymore. I'm not going to want them. I'm going to still, you know, love them like the little buddy that's always there, always desperate for more attention, love. And then one day, that will be it. But man, could he scream. That's so weird, like... Because, yeah, like with Burke, like what I was telling his mom when it was like, you know, like, oh, this is what's been going on with them, etc. And I'm just like, honestly, they're just so smart and clever that, I can't believe, like, you know, not being excited about treats anymore is sad, so sad and devastating. But with him, it was like literally, like, I'm pretty sure he's faking like 70% of these seizures and you know, all of these other horrific problems, because so much of his life would just be like, when nobody's around, I could easily just be like, hey buddy, like, all right, pick up your toys, put them away in the box, and he would, and then I'm like, you know, and then go pick up your fox. He would go get his fox. Like, he knew a lot of certain things very specifically. Like, you could just talk to him in English. And then when anybody else was around, he was a maniac that understood nothing and would do nothing. Like, oh, we taught him this great trick. Yeah, you're liars. You're just a bunch of liars. Because this dog doesn't do any tricks. It's like, I swear, he's the smartest thing I've ever seen in my life. He just won't do it when anybody else can see. He wants to make us look crazy. Yippee! Yippee is in the chat, if you can imagine that. I didn't just exclaim for no reason, Pat. Pat's not here. Pat is not a cat. But that's all I got. That's all I got. Very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. I mean, you know, the at words, that's like, there's a million at words that rhyme. That's like the main thing that people rhyme. You're unacceptable? Am I not animating? Am I frozen? No, there I go. I'm moving. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I am not frozen in time. Yeah, I'm not frozen either. Also, yippee and wonderful day, etc., He-Man. That was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. I don't know why. I don't know why you had to chime in. Sometimes I just wish emotes took up more space. I don't want to shrink it down too far. Then we lose too much face. But I do want to give it more of just a crazy, witchy, banshee body. And I'm not going to add the X-Men Banshee costume with the circle or whatever, because that's what's in my, even though that's what's in my head right now, I'm not going to do that. Some Banshee scream lines. Rotate the head a little bit. Now I say every week, or just about every week. I won't be here next week, but probably the week after that. Yeah, something like that. I always say I usually try to do between 3 and 4 emotes in an afternoon. We got 2 so far. It's probably going to be 3. I mean, it's going to be 3 because I'm on the 3rd one now. But ideally, I think ideally it would just be like 1 emote for the whole afternoon for for a 3-hour period. Because normally, when I do stuff like this, it's like, oh, there we go. That's my first drawing. Time to clean it up and be done with it. Like, I don't do that sometimes, or I will clean it up and then I'll start over or try something else. But with this stream, because of, there's only so much time, it's literally just like, all right, first thought, best thought. Do it and move on. It's too light. It's too dark. It's supposed to be not fluorescent. There we go. No, let's stick with this. All right, let's lock the layers. Let's lock the layers. J547 YouTube or J457 white, depending on how you're using. Oh no, still with 3. Yeah, how are you using YT? Or Youth Translator. What kind of art do you usually art about? J54. Do you paint? Do you draw? Do you sculpt? Do you do some digital? Ah. All right, let's just keep redrawing this nose 7,000 times over and over again. Digital. Procreating and clip studio painting, making digital stuff while we're equating. For the love of fun. I accidentally adjusted the brightness on my drawing tablet here, so I can't see anything on this. There we go. A little menu pops up, and it just doesn't go away until you... Till you just wait for it to go away. Put some sleigh bells in this song. Everyone can jingle along. It's not for Christmas though, but if you save it for winter, that's where it can go. Beep-bop-bo. Banana fanafo. Yippee yippee bo-bip-fee, banana fana fo-fi-fee. Me, my moment be yippee. Alright, that's enough pointless pushing around of lines. Alright, running out of time. Running out of time. Still plenty of time. But 'tis running out. No, that was weird. Have a good day, Mr. J. Have a good time and good luck with all the things you're doing. Hope you fix your truck. Hope your truck's not broken. I'm just a mountain. Why? Why is it adding too many points to my line? I'm just trying to bend it and make it look fine, but there's too many nodes. There we go. There we go. Now I'm happy with the thing that I was drawing. 1,200 people again. Oh my god. That's too many people watching. That's nerve-wracking. Scary. Remember when it was like 30 N-Track? Remember when it was like 30? It was just like me and you and Voxney and occasionally Captain Barmy and Ellipticus and oh, I can't remember his name now. It was like Daddy Wolf or something, but it was not Grey Wolf. Well, that's also somebody. Oh, I can't remember his name anymore. I'm so bad with names already. Now I feel bad. Just want to make everyone aware that I don't feel bad. I'm completely fine with forgetting names, and I enjoy it really. Sometimes I go up to people that I don't know and I say, "Hey, excuse me, we know each other. We're like good friends." But then I'm like, before they could be like, "Do I?" And I'm like, "But I don't know your name, and I'm not gonna remember." And then I walk away, and that makes me feel powerful. That makes me feel powerful and cool. Just thought, if anybody is anybody wondering about that? That's just what I was thinking about. Nobody's ever wondering what you are thinking, Cat. Nobody, not on the face of. Oh no, now Ellipticus is being encouraging. Don't do that. Yes, rise, let the evil fill you, Emperor Palpatine style, etc. Luke Skywalker, mixing all kinds of genres. Everybody stop it. I'm trying to draw a Banshee monster dog over here. I can't click through your cameras and draw at the same time. I mean, I can, but it can kind of get a little messy. Some stream switching foot pedals would be the most ideal. I mean, theoretically, you can get some foot pedals that you can plug in. Don't look at me like that, Kevin. And just, set your shortcut keys. It wouldn't be that hard. Really. Or I could use the animation gear that I have and actually do some of those projects. Good game? Good game? That's one of the only abbreviations. Not an abbreviation. Acronym? No. Whatever it's called, when you use the letters instead of words. It's one of the few that I know. Hola! Googly 2? Googly 2? Googly 2. Funny story. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Or if you'll understand the words that I say. But, a long time ago, when I had a job in an office, I technically still do. I just don't go to an office. I just stay in this office. But there was Renya and Alex. Were super fun. One was a graphic designer. The other one was the office manager. And they loved me. They probably still do. try to use my energy to fill them with joy every day. But anyway, one day, they were like, Curtis, like, no, I was like, I don't like that. And I'm just like, what are we talking about? What's happening? What do you mean you don't like that? You don't like what? I was like, that doesn't fit you. That's not your name. That's not your name. So, they, out of nowhere, Renya specifically, was like, you know what, you look more like... You look more like a Kookalee-Koo. And I'm like, wait, what is happening? Not even like, you're not a Curtis, you're more of a Dave. You're more of a Kookalee-Koo. With lots of O's. And for the longest time, I even think like within recent years, like I did some artwork for Renya for her family's restaurant. And, oh, and Trek. I was wondering when that would pop up. I'm just like a Kookalee-Koo, and like on the street, or I'd run into her on the bus, or just get into the office sometimes, and I don't know, it delighted me to no end. Like I still, if I'm feeling down, or just for some reason it reminds me, it's like, it really does brighten my day to think, Kookalee-Koo, that I'm like, oh wait, that was me. I was the Kookalee-Koo. So anyway, that's what Googly Goo makes me think of because it sounds similar. Something was there that I wanted to comment on. Ah, yes. Chef Mario Cooks, hello from Windsor, Canada. Hello, virtual hamburgers and vegan hot dogs for everyone. Thanks. Windsor, Ontario, or Windsor, Nova Scotia? Those are the only Windsors I know. And the only reason I know that is because when I was a kid and I was on a bowling team where everybody did not want me on that bowling team because I was not good at bowling. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm definitely 1,000 times better the last few times I did bowl. But they always hated me. They always hated me for just bringing down the team. But if you got into like the tournament to go play for the local area or whatever out of the many teams, which never even came close. But the tournament took place in Windsor, and I'm like, oh my god, I was like, I'm not going, like, that's too far. I don't want to go to Ontario with these people that hate me to do bowling. That's insane. But it was here in Nova Scotia, Nouvelle-Écosse, Windsor, Nova Scotia, which isn't that far, but I also still didn't want to go because I'm the way that I am now, where I'm like, no, if I don't have to go somewhere, I don't want to go anywhere. Going places is scary. Cause I'm a hermit in my little fortress of solitude, hiding away from people, trying my best not to be so rude. That's also not what I'm going for. Let's put the thumbs down. Are you running a restaurant out in Windsor, Ontario, Chef Mario? Or are you just a chef guy that's just like, I'm just over here making all kinds of vegan stuff and having a great time at it, and just TikToking some heating of meat, whether it's real or not? Or do you have some sort of cart that's on the street? All right, here's how I read that, Ellipticus. I was in Ontario once for Halloween. As in, I dressed up as Ontario, kind of just oddly shaped province, before the Fire Nation attacked. I'm gonna say Ontario what, is definitely not as far north as the Ice Nation. I don't remember what the air tribe, the water tribe was up in the Arctic there, where they found. I can't think of anybody's names. I just want to call her Pre-Cora. I can't remember what her name was at all. I know it's not Cora. I mostly just picture costume-wise. All I can picture is Ralph Wiggum and or Lisa when they were dressed as states. Where it's like, I'm Idaho. Like, are you though? It's basically that, except, you know, well, you know what the shape of Ontario is. I'm not going to describe it. I know my geography. I know what most of the provinces are shaped like. No, I'm not sure where Alberta is anymore since grade 4. Wait, Alberta. No, Alberta, Manitoba. Manitoba's the one. Winnipeg is in Manitoba. Winnipeg, Manitoba. Yeah, I don't know where Manitoba is. Somewhere in there. It's like Ontario, then Manitoba, but I don't know. I don't know what the territory is anymore. I know that they're different from when I learned them, and I didn't take the time to relearn them. It's the thick Italy of Canada. Now I'm desperately trying to think. I was like, I think Nova Scotia. You're somewhere close to there, are you not, Scarlet Solace? But it is kind of true. I remember seeing a thing about Manitoba once, made by people from Manitoba. And that's what it was about. How people are just like, nobody likes Manitoba. Like, everybody hates it. Yeah. What? I do think that in my head, Manitoba is like, I want to say the most square, or maybe it's Saskatchewan. Wait, no. Saskatchewan, that's not in Alberta. Yeah, is it? Oh my god. I've... I can't remember the provinces. I absolutely can't remember the provinces. Yeah, I'm still a few provinces over from Ontario. There we go. Let's go a little more. Craggly bird hands. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of this hand. Oh, that's where I am. Halifax and or Truro. The Cabot Trail's definitely a good drive. We're 3 hours up the way from Truro. From Truro. Driving up the Cabot Trail, hope our brakes don't fail. It's a dangerous slope. Okay, whew. Whew. Just when there's a notification in the Slack, I'm like, oh no! When I finish this stream, do I have to very quickly throw together some work or videos? But it's a note for somebody else to deal with a video that I made to put it wherever it needs to go. All right, kind of weird. I don't know. I'm drawing something, even though I have it roughed out. Hey, imagine if I finished that sentence that I started 5 minutes ago. Or even though I have it roughed out, I'm still like... still picturing changing things or just doing something completely different in my head. And I'm like, maybe I will. Maybe if there's time. And it's just kind of those kind of thoughts where you're like, I should have finished that thought when I was in the rough sketching stage, but I didn't. Already past the point of no return. But that's fine, no need for concern. We're just having fun and playing Blurns. Ball? Futurama reference. Spotlight search. Go away. Go away. Ellipticus and his alien laughing like the Joker. Who is staffing? Damn it! I did it again. There's a bunch of buttons down this side of the of my drawing tablet that I don't use for anything. I could set them up for things. They're definitely useful. But I've never used them before. I've always just used the pen. But there's at least a few that like bring up visual menus on the screen. That block what I can see, but they don't block what you can see. Domi, Domi GG. Domi GG, what do you see? What do you stream or watch on TV? Are you chillin', having a good day? It's Friday. Hope you can escape. I was gonna rhyme day with day again. Just gonna give up. I'm just gonna give up. Why? Why? All right, let's see how this works out with some color. I lied. We're not going to see what it looks like with color. I'm going to change it first. Oh, come on. Erase. Oops. That's going to be dark, and this will be light. This will go down, and then... there. A little bit of shadowy depth. I don't know what any of those words mean. Wonton Vamp is a vampire with some adorable little emotes. Just stop by before the LCS to tab. Keep up the good work. I don't know what those mean, but good luck or congratulations or have fun with the tab. And thank you. Red. going on here? Alright. No holes. I'm on the right layer. So, LCS is competitive league of League of Legends. Competition on Twitch and tab is when people on Twitch open the stream and keep the tab open. I don't know what the tab is still to keep open. I don't know much, but that's all I know. All right. Fill. Why? Let's go with some medium gaps. There we go. Boop. Oh, one of those tabs. Just a browser window tab. Keeping it open. Again, I'm so far from, like, I don't do competitive gaming. I barely do gaming at all. This is out of my legendary league of understanding. But either way, good luck. I hope you destroy everybody or team up with everybody and have a great team adventure. I'm like the Marge Simpson over here. Like, I hope everyone has an equal amount of good fun. Nobody gets hurt. Just add some ghostly highlights. Peaksy! Thanks, Peaksy. I'm gonna say for next week, or actually no, I won't be around next week, but the week after that, most Fridays, I try to take some time to take over the channel and offer anyone who heads over to the Streamlabs Twitter, or X, if you will. And within the post that says we're giving away some emotes over here, suggests and requests a custom emote that you'd like to have and hold and cherish forever. And I do my best to draw a handful of them on Fridays. And right now, for Scarlet Solace, we're turning her adorable little dog into a banshee. Adding some highlights and shadows to give it some depth. Not gonna lie, my back is getting real sore from sitting in this chair. Oh. You haven't been looking around through the whole internet and everywhere. There's so much great art out there. Okay. The microphone's in the way of my shortcuts, so I can't see what I'm doing, and I know that it's... But... Lydion! Excuse me. Once again, time is rushing away. The day is nearly at its end. You have things to do after work already. You're supposed to give a drive to the art store to your friend, and you are vibing and dancing once again and wasting time, Sarah. Stop wasting time. I'm sorry. The rhythm is going to get you. There's a whole song about it. 19 more. I need 19 more days of rest, and then I can do my better best, but right now I'm getting real tired. It's getting late, my energy's expired. My butt is hurting in this chair. Chomp. Oops. I didn't tell any nonsense stories about my neighbors this week. I know I had a new one, and I lost it. It's just not in my head anymore. They're always doing something. But one that's still kind of boring and dumb. But I was carrying some groceries into the apartment from my car, and I was going out for like the last like 2 bags of groceries. Not that there was a bunch. I think I already had my laundry as well or something. But anyway, neither here nor there. Yeah, I came back outside, and like there's a lady who lives in the building, has an adorable little dog. And she's super nice. Everybody's, for the most part, nice in the building. Some people are just bananas, just super bananas. Because sometimes she knows who I am, shouts my name, hey Curtis. And other times just like, hey, you live in this building, don't you? Like, who are you? I'm like, oh, jeez. But the other day, I've got, grocery bags. I'm clearly in the middle of something. I'm carrying bags, ready to go up the stairs. And then she's like, oh, like, did you hear about the big accident? Like, oh, there was a big, like, no, like, what big accident? Like, should I be aware of this? Like, is everyone okay? What's happening? And she was pretty much just like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay. But, like, her boyfriend knows. And I'm just like, okay. So then she, like, goes over to the edge of the building, like, on the step, leans over to where, like, her boyfriend who is doing work on the building, as he does. And then she's just like, hey, tell this man about the accident. I'm just like, this is definitely unimportant. Also, I'm carrying things and I would like to not do that anymore. So he comes over, and I'm more or less like, yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine either way. I don't, This is unnecessary to take time away from whatever you are doing to tell me about a thing that probably I'm not going to relate to. So he was like, oh, where so-and-so lives. Like, nope, I don't. Well, it was just right outside of that place. Like, okay. Which is, relatively far away. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, that's all the information I need. Back to finishing bringing the groceries in. I want to make this darker. I don't want to go all the way. So anyway, the funny, weird, silly part of it. Anyways, yeah, so him trying to explain, like, oh, well, so-and-so, like, you've lived here a while. Do you remember Dave? Like, I don't remember Dave. And he was, like, describing, like, like, white-haired guy, such and such. It was like, oh, they used to live across the hall from me. Then he moved downstairs. It was like, no. All right, then I don't know who we're talking about. He's like, oh, he would do work here and do I was like, oh, he didn't live here. I was like, I think I have a vague idea of who you're talking about. I was like, oh, like that guy. He was real helpful around here. And he's like, yeah. So anyway, the guy who got in an accident looks a lot like that guy. we just went down a whole bunch of just, you know, hey, what about this? What about that? Like, just trying to describe, like, it's just like, I don't need to know what the person in the, I was like, all right, well, I hope he's fine. He's like, yeah, but I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I don't know what's going on. He's like, I think everyone's okay. Like, all right, well, that's all that really matters, I guess. I hope everyone's okay. But I just couldn't believe it. Just like, well, you know, this guy, you know, was here and that. Is like, yeah, well, he looked similar to that guy. Like, that was so much unnecessary information. Says the guy who spends 3 hours giving a pile of, you know, unnecessary information for 3 hours. None of that was necessary at all. But you retold it as if, well, my version is, you know, necessary to tell. No, I get it. I get the irony. I get it. That's my whole life in this building, Boo, I'm a Ghost. Is that's what I do. It's just like, whoa. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, what? Oh, hopefully everything's cool, or that's terrible, or that's great. What? But yeah, so much of my time is just doing the, yeah, what? Or even worse, the what? Like, I hope it's appropriate that I'm kind of laughing at the thing that you're saying, because I'm like, oh, most of this is just nervous, confused laughter. But some of this is, I don't know what we're talking about. I hope this is an appropriate reaction. Yeah, I like that better. He's such an adorable dog. I don't want to make it too monstrous. So he's kind of like, I'm being scary, but I could also go for a snack or a treat. But not next week, but the week after that, I should have my nonsense stories of the week. Should include watching some barrel racing, which is horses running around barrels. I'm terrible for not going out and doing things. And then my friend CTK, who was in the chat there a little while ago, was like, hey, do you want to go to the barrel racing? Like, it's just down around the corner from where she lives now. And, you know, for the most part, my instant reaction to, hey, do you want to do a thing? Is no. No, I don't. I don't want to do anything ever. I'm a horrible, horrible recluse. But also just like, I should definitely go do something. Especially it's like, it doesn't cost money. It's just, I assume it's going to be hanging around outside. I have to assume they have like event French fries, like, you know, chip truck type French fries, which, you know, is always just the best. I'm like, I should do one of those things. Because the last time I really went and saw horses, gotta hit the road. No, gotta hit them with the, wow. Oh, I thought that was a new post. I could have swore in the corner of my eye that said, I gotta hit the road. I gotta head out. I'm a ghost into the mist. But yeah, the last time, like, there was a point when my dad was like, blah, 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 the races, gonna go into the races or whatever. Like, all right, he's a car guy. I assume he's talking about going to watch a car race somewhere, which was like, you know, as a kid, always begging, like, can we go to the car races? Can we go to the monster trucks? Like, no, it's too loud and crazy. And now I'm like, thank God, I definitely wouldn't be able to handle that. But there was a point where he would be talking about, yeah, the horses are going to the races. Then I'd be like, yeah, actually, you know, made like $40 or something like that. I'm just like, wait, what? I was like, are you talking about like going to like the horse races and betting on the ponies? Is that a thing that we can do around here? I did not, for the life of me, think that was a thing. And it was and is. And then when he was dying and, you know, not really able to do much stuff, you know, I want you to put down some money. And he'd literally like go and like put like $2 down on a horse, $3 down here and there. And so he was getting all excited about it. My spouse was getting all excited. Then it was because it was like, all right, you guys are going to go to the horse races for me. You're going to bet on these horses. Like, okay. And then finally he was like, no, like now I'm all excited about the horse races. Like, I want to show you how to do it. I can't trust you idiots to ruin my betting. He was like, I'm coming too. Like, okay. Looking around at everybody like, is this okay? Is this going to happen? Because, you know, we're in deathbed territory over here. Got himself all psyched up or whatever, and was just like, all right, I'm not taking my medication that makes me go to sleep. I'm going to stay awake and have some energy, and we're going to the horses, and then just getting yelled at the whole way there, which bones are made of cornflakes. Like, you're trying to kill me? Like, everything hurts. Like, yeah, I know, that's why I'm driving super slow. Like, oh, you can speed up. Like, now slow down. Like, oh my God, you're an impossible person. Anyway, we went to the horse races. We watched some horses race, and he saw some of his friends that he hasn't seen, or ones that were just like, whoa, like, what are you doing outside? We just came to visit you because, you know, you were on your deathbed. Like, yeah, I got bored with deathbedding, so I thought I'd come check out the horses. Like, okay. And, of course, got some French fries. That was great. Can't get enough of those exhibition-style French fries. I think I'm gonna... What time is it? Oh, it's the end of the day anyway. Did I already do this? Yes, I did. Copy, paste. So anyway, what I don't want to happen is some sort of horrible horse death. Because while we were there, eventually there was a point where it's just like, I can't stand being out here. I gotta hang out in the car. Like, alright, he's sitting in the car with like the door open, windows open, and all that stuff. And then still, like, his, you know, friends, he knows everybody in town, like, everybody. So eventually there's just, like, a handful of strangers just, like, crowded around my car. This is weird. And then all of a sudden, like, everybody goes crazy, and some people are, like, grabbing their kids, like, all right, let's go over here, like, sheltering their kids from the race all of a sudden. We're just like, what is going on? And my dad is just so nonchalant, like, oh, well, you know, horse fell over or whatever. And it's horrific. Because, you know, they got, like, those little, I want to say coaches. That's not the right word. Those little, what are they called? Whatever, the little carriage that goes behind the horse, because it was that kind of racing, which is basically like, it's just kind of like a gynecological chair with like stirrups and stuff. It's like there's barely anything to it. They're just sitting on some rails with some wheels that connect to the horse. So then whatever that was, that one flipping around like crazy. And, you know, they're just kind of like, well, don't know what to do. It's like, this is the saddest thing in the world. It's like that. So that's mostly all I'm doing, is hoping that it's a pleasant horse time. And I don't have any weird stories, or the only weird stories I have are about the people that you meet when you're walking down the street. The people in your neighborhood. Yeah, let's go with that. Arrgh. And I'll leave the banshee screaming lines to your imagination. You're 150 zoos for sure. The last time I went to a zoo, so long ago, it was somewhere, it's not too far from here. I can't remember if it's when I lived here or I lived over in New Brunswick. But it was just devastating. Because, I mean, mostly it was like, you know, the fine part, it was like, hey, the local animals, or it was like, oh, I didn't realize we had turtles. Like, we do have turtles. So they had a pile of these turtles just chilling out, but they were like, these are the kind of turtles that are from here. Here's a moose fence and are free. Like, moose, kind of, you know, and well, that was called monkeys sitting there. There was monkeys sitting there. There was